How you guys doing? It's War and Peace. I don't really have a huge YouTube following or anything like that, but I felt compelled to make this video because I watched something today and late last night that just really got under my fucking skin. There's this lady, her name is Lacey Green, okay? And I don't really know too much about her. I actually never really heard her name other than when I was watching a guy by the name of Vegan Gains on YouTube, and he had made a response to a video that she had posted about rape allegations. Now, there's this guy named like Toby something. He's a YouTuber. I don't really know him. And another guy by the name of Sam Pepper, right? I don't know this guy either. I've never watched their videos a day in my effing life. But they were both accused of rape, okay? Now, rape is very serious. You should never take that lightly. Myself, I've got a couple family members who have been victims of it. But here's the thing, okay? You can't just naturally assume that a person was actually raped just because they said so, okay? We live in a country full of laws and protocols, and this is not a totalitarian fascist state where you are guilty until proven innocent. And this is her whole argument. This is the basis of her argument. She's basically saying that if a person claims that a crime happened or was committed, we should believe them, and every necessary step to get the person who they are saying did this should be taken. And that's just like, what? Now, the reason I said they're saying a crime was committed is because instead of rape, because I understand that in the court of law, all crime has to be treated the same in the sense that a person has to be considered innocent until proven guilty. Now, she wants rape to kind of be a special case. She wants it to be the reverse. And that's just like ridiculous because, one, do you understand how life-shattering that is for a person who was convicted of rape and they're not? And here's the thing. She cites a lot of statistics that say things like people who have raped someone but don't get convicted, the statistics of that are like astronomical. But I could cite the same studies in the reverse. Do you know how many people have gone to jail for 20 fucking years and then we find out, hey, this person never fucking did that shit, and that's just not even rape. That's murder. Like, are you serious? Do you understand that we live in a world where people are so fucked up that they cut off heads and shit? That they go in schools and shoot up whole schools because they were bullied. So you're telling me that a person can be so fucking just scorned that they couldn't possibly accuse some persons of rape? Oh, I'm gonna get this motherfucker back. Come on now. And that's not me making a mockery of it in any sense. It's just me knowing human nature, bro. Now, look, here's the thing. I'm not saying that this Toby guy or this Sam Pepper guy is innocent. But what I'm not saying is that they're guilty. And that's what you were doing. And you should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself that you take a stand, and there are people like you who take a stand on one side of the aisle without any fucking proof. And it's not just you. It's a chick from fucking, and I like watching this channel. Young Turks. I think her name is like Anna Kasparian or Sparian or whatever the fuck her last name is. She does the same thing. If you're wondering why people like me and others can see that a person like John Lennon or Bill Cosby can be accused of raping 30 fucking 40 50 people and we still be like, well, we need some of that evidence. It's because none of these people are producing evidence. None of them. Another thing is we understand that money can corrupt some shit, right? Hurt feelings can corrupt some shit, right? So in the case of like Bill Cosby, right? Let's say I'm worth millions of dollars, right? Billions, almost $1 billion, right? It's some fucking crazy number, right? And my enemies, right? Me and my enemies are vying for the same thing, right? But I'm a public figure and my enemy's not, right? Can't my enemy use my notoriety as a weapon? And he can charge, 40, 50 women with the duty to destroy my credibility. Isn't that possible? Think about that. Isn't that possible? See, the problem is a lot of people think it's not possible, and that's why it's completely fucking possible. Because you don't want to look under that rock. Now, let's say Toby, I think his last name was Turner, if I'm not mistaken. Let's say Toby Turner or Sam Pepper, right? Let's say they promised girls fame and notoriety on their fucking YouTube channels. And they did this to several girls, right? And then they bust them down. Where I'm from, that means like had sex with them, right? And then after they had sex with them, discarded them and never picked up the phone anymore, stopped calling, you understand? And then one girl said, I'm going to get this motherfucker back. I'm going to get him back in the worst way. And she accuses him of rape. Now another girl catches wind of this. She said, that motherfucker, you know what? I'm going to get this motherfucker back. And you see how the fucking shit can pile on? Come on now. You telling me that your gender's not, they don't do this shit like this? Bullshit. The evidence supports that they do. And you know what? I don't want to just subscribe it to your gender. Humans in general do fucked up shit like this. Okay? So for you to say that just because someone said, and it's a touchy subject for you, one that you want to champion, just because someone said and you want to champion this fucking situation, this topic, just because someone said it happened. That's fucking, like, what? What the fuck? What kind of rationale is that, bro? Don't you understand? People are fucked up. People are fucked up. And you should be ashamed of yourself because you got like 1.4 something million people following you, and you're telling them, and this is not just you, this is to Anna Cass, whatever her fucking last name on the Young Turks, which I think they should just get rid of her and just find someone with more logic and less of an agenda to give us our fucking news, but that's neither here nor there. But people like you and her, you disseminate information to the masses that are biased. And even in your own fucking statements, in the fucking video, it's titled Rape Allegations with question marks. You say having a bias is dangerous. But that's all your fucking rant was a bias. And even with the citations that you used only pieces and clips that supported your fucking agenda. But when we actually find out where you got the soundbite from and listen to the whole clip, we get a full understanding, and you fucking distorted the truth, which means you lie. Because if I tell you half of the truth, I'm telling you a fucking lie. And that's what you did. You should be fucking ashamed of yourself.